Welcome to the Author Advantage series, a free 10-session course filled with practical tips for authors ranging from New York Times bestsellers to first-time authors. With over 10,000 books being published every day on average, you need an edge. You need an advantage so that your books can be discovered, read, and loved by the people for whom you wrote it. My name is Franklin, and I've been in the book business for over 25 years, having led sales and marketing teams at some of the world's largest publishing houses. In 2019, I founded Amplify Marketing Services so that we could bring our experiences to a broader range of publishers and authors, such as yourself. Since 2019, Amplify has already worked with 28 different publishing houses and with dozens of authors, including some best-selling authors, self-published authors, and everywhere in between. We have experience in all book genres, ranging from fiction to children's books to reference books, textbooks, self-help, journals, and even Bibles. And I'm actually an author myself, so I share at least some of what you're going through. At Amplify, our publishing partners encouraged us to create this free course for you. They gave us a number of things they wanted to have included in it, and we've incorporated those things into the sessions. So this course contains everything that our publishing partners wish their authors knew and understood. We've included everything that authors should at least be familiar with. We don't expect you to master any of these things that we're going to cover, but we do believe all of the topics that we're going to review together are areas that authors should be at least familiar with and have a basic understanding of. So consider me your inside guy, sharing what it's like from the publisher's perspective of the authors, but also bringing an author's perspective to you since I'm one myself. Let's go through an overview of what each of the 10 sessions will include. This first session is just an introduction and course overview. Session 2 is on the subject of self-publishing versus traditional publishing, and we're going to go over some pros and cons and options for both of those choices. Session 3 is on making your book proposal pop. Book publishers get dozens or hundreds of proposals every week, so you need to make sure that yours stands out from the rest, and I can help you with that. Session 4 is on how to choose a title and a subtitle for your book. That can be a very challenging thing to do. Your title and subtitle needs to be both clear and compelling, but it also needs to incorporate some of the words that readers are using when they're looking for books in the genre and category in which you've published. Session 5 is on formatting your book's description. This is something that if you're working with a traditional publisher, they will help you with, but I still think it's important for you to know what best practices will help a book description be clear and compelling. Most books that you see on Amazon today do not have best practices applied to the description, and this is also a very important thing in convincing someone to purchase your book. It needs to contain certain elements, but it also needs to be formatted properly so that it can be skimmable. And we're going to talk through what those elements are, how long it should be, and how to format everything within your book's description. Session 6 is going to be all about cover design. With online retailers, a small thumbnail of your book's cover is all that most people will see when they're on a search results page for a book that they're looking for. So that small image needs to communicate clearly, it needs to be readable, it needs to be in the tone and feel of what they expect for a book like the one that you've written. So we're going to talk about all those best practices, and again, even if your publisher is designing it, it's a good thing for you to understand these best practices and to know what to look for and what to expect in your cover design. Session number 7 is about book launch marketing, especially in those first 90 days. What will the publisher expect from you when it comes to marketing your books? What can you do? What should you do? And what should you lean on your publisher for? We're going to cover all of the options that you can get involved in marketing your book in those first 90 days in ways that will move the needle and please your publisher and get your books into the hands of more readers. Session number 8 is about advertising opportunities. We're going to go through all of the ad platforms that make sense for book marketing, and we'll discuss how you as an author can get involved in running ads on those platforms if you desire, or how your publisher can run them. There are a number of things that you can do as an author to increase your book sales with just a small investment of money in advertising. So we're going to go through those things with you. And that will be valuable, again, whether you're self-published or whether you're working with a publisher. Session number 9 is also on advertising, but it's focused on Amazon advertising. That is a complex ad channel that's very powerful and very effective. And it's important for authors to understand how that works, to have a basic understanding of Amazon advertising, even if you don't run them yourself. It's important for you to know how it works and what you should expect from your publisher and how they run their ads. And then after the launch window is done, you might want to run some yourself to make sure your books are still being brought in front of readers that are looking for books such as yours. And we know that you'll get a lot from seeing how that works. In the 10th and last session, we're going to walk through a couple of free software tools that we believe every author should have and use. One of the tools will help you measure the success of each thing that you or your publisher does to promote your book. And the other will help you create some designs that you can use in your social media posts to promote your book. They're really exciting tools, and there's a lot to cover on all of the ways that you can use them. Those are the 10 sessions that we're going to have in this free course. Now let me explain just a few things about the formatting of these videos. First of all, every video has chapters in the description, so you can jump around quickly and easily to the areas that matter the most to you at a given time. The sessions in this course will vary in their length. Some will be much longer than others. So keep that in mind as you plan out how you're going to pace yourself through the course. You might need more time to work through some than others. This course is meant to be interactive, and there are two ways in which you can interact with us and with other authors. One is to leave comments on YouTube. We'll be checking that daily and we'll respond to them. If certain comments or questions come up often enough, we may even produce another video to go into more detail in that area. We also have a private Facebook group called Author Advantage Network. And this is a place where you can have community with other authors. You can discuss each of the sessions, you can ask questions and share ideas with each other. And we will be active within that Facebook community daily. So leave your questions or comments either in YouTube or in the Facebook group. And that will let us and others weigh in with their ideas and suggestions. If you have a group of author friends, I encourage you to go through this together and discuss with each other the implications of what you've learned and raise some questions with each other and help each other share ideas to get more out of this content. I also want you to know that we'll have free downloadable material at amplifymarketers.com/authors. There are templates, checklists, and various files that can help you apply what you're learning throughout this course. I'd like to close out this first session just by sincerely congratulating you on being an author. This is certainly something to be very proud of. You did it. It probably took you years to get here, but you did it. You finished your masterpiece. You finished your book, and you found the courage to put it out there. It's an exciting but also exhausting thing to be an author, and it's quite a vulnerable thing as well to put your ideas and your creativity and your imagination out there for others to read and possibly to criticize. But you did it. You finished your work. You're ready to put it out there for the world to see and enjoy. So congratulations on doing the hard part. I hope this course helps you face the next steps with clarity and confidence as you proceed with publishing your book and putting it out there for the world to see. I want to thank you for participating in this series. Thank you for taking the time to communicate with each other to help one another within this community. I look forward to reading your comments and questions and engaging with you both in YouTube and in the Facebook group. We'll see you in session 2 where we're going to talk about the pros and cons of self-publishing versus working with a traditional publisher. We'll see you then.